Who are you sleeping with?
Myself.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, it's a new episode of Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. My name is the great, the understandable, the amazing Mr. Drip Drip Yeet Yeet himself, Neil. And always co-hosting with me today is...
The mediocrely average Chris. I'm not ready to build myself up yet today, dude. So
you're like, I gotta get a couple drinks in me. I gotta get a couple drinks in me as he swungs down the Shiner Bock. Holiday cheer, isn't it?
Yeah,
your favorite beer, isn't it?
Yeah. I wish they sold it year round. That's how much I like this beer.
I know you like. I've seen you drunk, passed out in the alley with those like in your hand. But anyway, we're talking 2 movies this week. We took a vacation for a week of the Thanksgiving. We're also probably going to be taking one for the Christmas season, but that's okay, guys, because guess what? We have lives, and you don't pay us.
Yeah. If you guys will talk about how you can give us money a little bit later on, but right now we are we're working and we're trying to make it. This actually sucks money away from us, this podcast, but it's okay because we love you. But
okay. But anyway, so today we're talking about 2 movies that have been over at the movie theaters this week. No streaming movies, just actually theater movies this week. And both of them holiday films. I didn't even know the one was I knew the other one. I knew one was a holiday film because of the name. Yeah. And in the other one, I was like, when I went and seen it, I'll talk about this later. I really thought they should like released it now and not like a month ago. Yeah. When they released it, but whatever. We'll talk about them. But first, the first movie is The Holdovers, featuring the one, the only. He's so awesome. They named him twice. Mr. Pig Vomit himself, Paul Giamatti.
I'm so insignificant, I can't even kill myself.
Miles, what the hell is that supposed to mean?
Come on, man, you know, Hemingway, Sexton, Plath, Wolfe. You can't kill yourself before you've even been published.
What about the guy that wrote Confederacy of Dunces? He committed suicide before he was published. Look how famous he is.
Thanks.
Just don't give up. All right? You're gonna make it.
Half my life is over, and I have nothing to show for it. Nothing. I'm a thumbprint on the window of a skyscraper. I'm a smudge of excrement on a tissue surging out to sea with 1,000,000 tons of raw sewage.
So, yeah, that's from Sideways, and I think, Neil, that's one of your favorite movies, isn't it?
It is not one of my favorite movies of all times. It is a very good movie. Okay. And but I thought I'd use that one because Paul Giamatti and the director Alexander
Alexander Payne. Love Alexander Payne.
Yeah, that was the movie they worked on last together. That's a good and cool. And that movie literally almost brought down the entire Merlot industry. With one fucking line.
I'm not drinking fucking Merlot. Just so you guys know.
I'm not drinking no fucking Merlot!
So you guys know, Alexander Payne, he also did Election. He did Nebraska. He did Descendants. He's a very, very good director, and he's one of my favorites. So
Very, very good director. Co-starring in this film. Now, the clip that we're using here is directly from the film The Holdovers, because this man has not been in anything but plays. In fact, he was in a play, and the director said, hey, they're holding auditions across the street if you want to go try that out. And he's like, yeah, I guess. And then he got the gig. So this is his first making his feature movie debut, the one and only Dominic Sessa.
No wonder you're afraid of women. I am not afraid of women.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. Dr. Gertler says I don't always give consideration to my audience.
Ah, and who is Dr. Gertler?
My shrink.
Has Dr. Gertler ever tried a good swift kick in the ass?
Okay. All right, now your turn. Go ahead. Tell me something about me. Something negative.
Something negative about you?
Sure. Just one thing.
All right, yeah, that's from the Holdovers. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah, great movie. And we'll talk about that here in a little bit. And also in this movie, Divine Joy Rudolph, from one of my favorite reboots, High Fidelity.
Where'd you get that from, Rob? Huh? From fucking Convenient Opinions R Us?
Okay, you still listen to a dude who raps in a MAGA hat, so...
Are you fucking serious? Having shitty politics and a second grade understanding of American history is a tiny bit different than being a goddamn child molester.
Allegedly.
Jesus.
Kanye West has a mental health issue.
You don't think Michael Jackson had a fucking mental health issue?
Okay, cool. Great. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna pop on some Charles Manson and we can all just vibe out to that. Does that sound cool for you?
Charles Manson made music?
Why? Would you like to buy that for your boyfriend too?
It's actually hardly good.
It is.
You know what, Simon?
But Shreese, what if the only artists that we were allowed to listen to were inarguably nice people, right? With unassailably perfect ethics. We'd have to destroy every record in existence except for Bono,
Phil Collins.
Michael Stipe.
Sufjan Stevens.
Hey, can you guys sell me the records?
So I want to mention that Sufjan Stevens, I love Sufjan Stevens, and he made the best record of 2023. So I'm fine with that. But
yeah. Also, I'm going to say this right now too. High Fidelity, even though I'm a huge fan of the original, John Cusack, Chicago guy in a Chicago record store and stuff like that. I love that show that they did, High Fidelity. It was a good interpretation of the source material.
and Zoe Kravitz is she's so pretty.
Amazing. And also in this movie, one of my favorite character actresses. She's also won an Emmy for several of her displays in The Good Wife as well. She was in True Blood, and this one, I believe I picked Claus, one of my favorite players from Claus, Carrie Preston.
Ken, what are you doing?
I'm apologizing.
Well, now is an extremely bad time, okay? You're not kidding. Shut up.
What are you talking about? If you just hear me out, you'd see I had no choice about the wire.
It doesn't matter. You betrayed me. You betrayed all of us. You're the betrayer. I hate you. Don't you even get that?
Holly, you can't go from loving to hating. I don't care what you say.
You see, you push everyone away. All right, I've had enough. You always wanted everything that I had.
What are you talking about?
Everything. You took everything from me.
All you had to say was you need some space.
Hey, you're delusional. Go to...
Yeah, so that's from Claus, right?
Yeah, Claus, which by any means is one of the funniest TV shows. If you never got to see it, it's about gangsters that run drug money through a nail salon. One girl is multi-personality, who's played by Carrie Preston. There's one guy his name's like Sugar Daddy or Father Daddy or Pimp Daddy. I can't remember his name now. But like the show is just ridiculously R-rated fun. But that is The Holdovers, everybody, that we'll be talking about the first movie tonight. And the second movie we'll be talking about is a holiday-based movie. It's what everybody's been talking about. I have been talked to about this movie at least by 5 people. Yeah. They're like, you got to review this movie. If you do not review this movie, we don't have faith in you as a movie reviewer. And I was like, okay. And that is Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving is starring the one, the only. That's right. He's so popular. He was on several shows where he wore a suit. Rick Hoffman.
If it pleases the court, I would like to tell a story about a noble ship's captain, a villainous pirate by the name of Fay Pooperson, and a foul miscarriage of justice.
Objection, Your Honor. He's testifying. And my name isn't Pooperson.
Richardson Pooperson, what's the difference? It's unorthodox, but I'll allow it.
You're just him in a wig.
A wig, if I may say. You are rocking, Your Honor.
If I were married, I'd be all over that.
I bet he's so much better than Harvey.
I am. Please proceed. Your Honor, paragraph 5 of the Nautical Code states that a captain shall not relinquish command to a party of pirates.
If anyone here is a pirate, it's him. And I am the British Navy in this situation.
Objection. She's hijacking my metaphor.
Yeah, so that's from Suits, right?
Right. And also in this movie, the one, the only, Dr. McDreamy himself.
In 2023's Sexiest Man Alive.
Oh, is he 2023 Sexiest Man? I did not know that. I would have looked more shit up for that then. I apologize for that. I did not know. But all right, the one, the only, Patrick Dempsey.
That was a nice story, about your chipmunk friend and all.
Yes.
I know what it's like when someone disappoints you. It's tempting to see things the way you wish they were instead of how they are.
I don't wish that he's coming, Robert. He is.
Right. Because the chipmunk told you.
Yes. Pip actually said that.
But you know what? I don't know if you're kidding or you're being ironic because chipmunks, they don't talk.
Well, not here they don't.
All right, so in lieu of taking advice from a forest rodent, I just wanted to say that, if it did work out and you decided to stay in New York, I'd like to help.
Well, that's very kind of you, Robert. But Edward is coming for me.
But what if he doesn't?
Why do you keep saying that?
Because I deal with this every day. If a relationship has issues at the beginning, it doesn't get any better.
So yeah, that's from Enchanted.
Enchanted.
Yeah, there's a sequel that came out this year, but
that's one of your favorite movies, right?
It's one.
Yeah, you didn't want us to do the sequel. You said not to.
We loves that. Enchanted loves it. So.
What about this Enchanted? Did she like that one?
The 80s poster that's Thanksgiving?
No. The sequel to Enchanted.
Oh, no. Oh, Disenchanted? She has not seen this.
Yeah.
We've not seen
It's been out for like 6 months?
Yeah, we haven't seen it. We've seen the sequel. Is it the sequel's Disenchanted? Is that what that's called?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we didn't like the sequel very much.
Okay. But anyway, also in this movie, making her main role debut, Nell Verloc.
Look, I know you have a way of doing things, but this is Westbrook.
Tell me.
No disrespect to the geniuses you coached at Wisconsin, but we won't respond to my way or the highway. Treat us with respect and we'll respond in kind. This is very constructive criticism.
Right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
I hoped you would. Especially since you're kind of cute. And if I'm gonna grunt and sweat 5 days a week for some guy, at least let him be good looking.
Oh, please tell me you did not just say that.
I couldn't possibly have.
So she was talking to another sexy man, John Stamos. So,
John Stamos, are you in a sexy man today? Chris is in a sexy man mood.
Tell me,
in a sexy man.
He's one of the few people I can think of that's gotten better looking. He's gotten older.
You just look at it and you're kind of like, all right, I'd do John Stamos.
I'm not saying I wouldn't, but
and every time you look at John Stamos, you look at him and you just go, have mercy.
Oh yeah, I do that. Yeah, the Full House thing. Yeah.
Uncle Jesse, come here, Uncle Jesse. All right, and who else did I put? Oh yeah, last but not least, Gina Gershon.
Gershon.
Yeah, Gershon. I'm sorry.
I've spent over 20 years living, breathing, fucking, sucking, eating, sleeping, and dreaming all things rock and roll. It never occurred to me that I might not make it. So, did I really want to be slugging it out in little clubs, still chasing that rock and roll dream when I was 45, 50, how about fucking 60? I mean, at what point do I become a joke?
Yeah, so that's Pray for Rock and Roll, right? Pray for Rock and Roll?
Yeah, Pray for Rock and Roll. Yeah, I mean, she's one of those Hollywood legends. I mean, how many decades has she been in movies that, you're just like, as soon as I saw her, I was like, no way. Huh.
She's one of those people in the league of Parker Posey where they're always going to be just really, really, really attractive,
You're really into attractiveness today. Do I look attractive? Does Roddy Piper look attractive?
When'd you get that shirt? Is that shirt new? It's gotta be new, right?
What?
The shirt's new, right?
I've had it for about a year.
Okay. Same time I've had the shirt, so I guess.
And everybody, Chris is already drunk. Chris, tell everybody where they can find us.
You can find us on iMovies.suck.net. We're on Facebook at facebook.com/movies.don't-suck-podcast. We're on X, MTS Podcast, for how much longer? I don't know. We are also, because X is going down. But also we're on Instagram, MTS Podcast. We're on patreon.com/movies-don't-suck. If you guys want to send us a few dollars so we can eat for once in our lives, You can send, go to Patreon. Shoes don't suck. We're on Instagram. We had to do that. Oh, we're at Bonfire. It's been a minute. It's been a minute, dude. Bonfire.com. Search Shoes Don't Suck. Something you'll find merch like hats and T-shirts and all kinds of cool shit there. And where you find podcasts, you find Movies Don't Suck. We're also on YouTube if you're watching this somewhere else. But yeah, Neil, who are we talking about today? Oh shit! Sorry. Hold on. And W2M.com. Go to W2M is moviesnet.com. You'll find us there along with a bunch of other podcasts. In fact, the end of your episode will be as we do with our friend Mark Bradelich of Bradelich and Podcasting, who does Damn You Hollywood and a bunch of cool podcasts on the network. So
if he comes on our podcast, I'm gonna bitch at him and be like, "Hey, dude, how many has he asked me to be on for wrestling this past year?"
Hold on.
None.
Don't bitch at him, dude. He's
I'm gonna totally bitch at him. I'm gonna be like, "Hey, dude, you know how many times I was front row at some of the most biggest events of wrestling this past year?" And he's just like, "Nah, we don't want to talk to Neil about that."
Mark, I still love you.
That makes no sense.
I still love you, Mark.
I like Mark. It's not like he listens to us anyway. Anyway, today we are going to be advertising one of my favorite places. That is Fassler Hall. I got taken there from my good buddy after Thanksgiving. We went down there to see one of my favorite local bands, the King Cabbage Brass Band. Now, Fassler Hall has everything from homemade waffles. They make their own sausage there, which is ridiculous. Everything's ridiculous.
Is it German food?
Dude, yeah, it is German food.
Okay.
And they have 3 locations, one in Tulsa, one in Oklahoma City, and now they just opened up one in Little Rock as well. And each location pretty much has that same atmosphere, that same look like this, where it looks like you're sitting down in a really cool, environment. It's pretty open spaced and everything. And the one thing I got to do because of Fassler Hall this past week was watching the wonderful King Cabbage Band. I'm sitting there having a good time. Ooh, there's my father-in-law in the corner. I'm having a good time, and all of a sudden, I turned around, and Chris, you know what I see?
What's that?
A guy with a goat. I was like, "What are you doing in here with a goat?" And he's like, "I don't know."
It's a very cute goat.
I go, "Does your goat have bling on?" He goes, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, man." So Fassler Hall, to get more information, and literally they got some of the best drinks, best beers, and some of the best food I've ever had. Their sausages, their brats, all the above. They make their own pork rinds. Did I show a picture of that? Yeah. Boom. They make their own pork rind, schnitzel, all the above. Seriously, if you get a chance, go to any one of the locations. One's located again in Tulsa. We got one in Oklahoma City, and the other one is in Little Rock, Arkansas. You can find all this information at fasslerhall.com. That's FASSLER hall.com. Or you can go to Facebook at facebook.com /Fassler Hall TUL.
Good times.
Yeah.
So
it was a good time. I'm not gonna lie. We had a fun time that night, and I literally, seriously, how many times do you go out in the world? And my friend Jason, who comments on the show here and there, that's who's the one that took it out there. But how many times you walk into a bar and there's just a guy holding a goat? I mean,
that's a fair point.
He's holding a little baby goat, and it's
very adorable. So.
It was beautiful. It was a beautiful baby goat. I was like, all right, that's how you get the ladies. Ladies.
So you're saying if my wife divorces me, walking to a bar with a baby goat?
You're totally getting laid with a baby goat, bro. Because you have enough love and care that you're taking care of a baby goat.
Yeah, tender care to take care of the animal. That's what you're saying.
All right, so Chris, before we get into the movies, I just got to ask, because today was the day. Today was the day for Spotify Wrapped for 2023.
Oh, yeah. So,
what was your number one most listened to song?
Fuck. Give me a second. My number one most listened to band was the Mountain Goats, which is been pretty much part of the course for the past couple of years. But
I remember. Yeah, last year they were, because that's what I got you for a Christmas thing last year was a Mongo shirt.
Yeah, you did. And I'm trying to find the rap because what was your number one?
I took screenshots of mine so I can pull mine up right away.
Okay.
I got to find where it's at because I did some editing stuff. My top artists were Blue October, OTEP, Metallica, Marilyn Manson, Power Man 5000.
Okay. So my top 5 artists were Mountain Goats, NoFX, AJJ, Jeff Rosenstock, and Holy Fawn. And my top number 1 song was "Like You Better" by Jeff Rosenstock. Off his new record.
Oh, nice.
Hell Mode.
My number 1 song was "Shelter in Place" by OTEP, which has this wonderful part in it. It goes, "Hey, hey, NRA, how many kids did you kill today? hey, NRA, how many kids did you kill?" And then Hollow Moon, Bad Wolf by AWOL Nation, which is like, I like listening to that going to work.
Yeah.
Because it kind of gets me, and it's like, I'm going to tell the bad wolf, don't bite no more. And then Oh My by Blue October, Where Did You Go by Blue October, and I Hope You're Happy by Blue October.
My number 2 is Brave As Now by AJJ. My number 3 is Distance by AJJ. 4th is Paranoid by Black Sabbath somehow.
Nice!
And number 5 is It's My Job to Keep Punk Rock Lead by NoFX. NoFX and Mountain Goats are generally always in my top 5 for the Wrapped. But
dude, the after the top 5, my number 6 song, because you can go to your makes a playlist for you.
Yeah, sure.
Makes a playlist for you.
Yeah.
And that's literally the order of the songs. You like what it is on that playlist is the order that your songs is. The number 6 song was David fucking Bowie by Power Man 5000.
I mean, you were telling me that a lot of times, like you can tell when you've been listening to stuff based on when you saw them last, or you listen to Power Man 5000 right before we talked to Spider One.
Yeah. It said that they were number 1 for the month of April or whatever, and that was the month that we interviewed them. And plus, I was on the way to, that wasn't WrestleMania time because I didn't go to WrestleMania this last past year. But yeah. Anyway, so way to get going there. Let's get into our first movie. Our first movie is Holdovers.
Yeah, directed by Alexander Payne. You guys know Alexander Payne. He directed Election, he directed Descendants, he directed Sideways, obviously. And this is his newest film they directed. This is written by David Hermingson. David Hermingson has written things. He's been a producer for stuff like he produced Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23. I guess bitch is what you'd say. He also he wrote things such as, I'm sorry, I'm pulling this stuff up. He wrote remember that Uncle Buck TV series that didn't go anywhere? He wrote an episode of that. But he's a seasoned writer for TV, and this looks like it's one of his first movies. This stars the always amazing, always lovely Paul Giamatti.
I'm so insignificant, I can't even kill myself.
It also stars Davine Joy Randolph as Mary Lamb.
Where'd you get that from, Rob?
Also, Dominic Sessa plays Angus Tully in this. He's one of the main characters.
No wonder you're afraid of women.
And Carrie Preston plays Miss Lydia Crane.
Jen, what are you doing?
I'm apologizing.
Well, now is an extremely bad time, okay?
And so, Neil, what's the storyline for The Holdovers?
Nobody likes teacher Paul Honham. Not his students, not his fellow faculty, not the headmaster, who all find his pompous and rickety expiratory. What is that?
So pomposity and rigidity exasperating. So,
pomposity and rickety exasperating. With no family and with nowhere to go for Christmas holiday in 1970, Paul remains at school to supervise students unable to journey home. After a few days, only one student holdover remains, a troublemaking 15-year-old named Angus, a good student whose bad behavior also threatens to get him expelled. Joining Paul and Angus is the head cook, Mary, an African-American woman who caters to the sons of privilege and whose own son was recently lost in Vietnam. These three very different shipwrecked people from an unlikely Christmas family sharing comic misadventure during 2 very snowy weeks in New England. The real journey is how they help one another understand that they are not beholden to the past. They can choose their own futures.
So, when you see
that was weird.
Yeah, it's long. The thing about this, when you see the previews, it looks like a 1970 film. Like it has like the film of grain, like hairs and stuff on the film, and it's like that at the beginning of the movie until like it goes away. Like it's like 10 minutes away, you know it's going away. But did you feel like this was like a 70s film to you, or did it just seem like the time?
Say that again. You feel like it was the time, or like
did it feel like a movie from the 70s to you?
Oh no, it felt like they were trying to be like the 70s, but it still felt good. It still felt like the time era. You know, just like what was that good movie that we saw with Ben Affleck as a bartender? What was the one with Ben Affleck as a bartender?
It was Amazon or something, right? Fuck, I don't remember.
Yeah,
but
I'll look it up. But anyway, but it just reminded me of that. It was very much, you know, you felt it. You felt like you felt the you know, like the atmosphere. You got where they're at, and I thought that felt really good.
Yeah, this
and
is
it
a
gave
really
it its
good
placement.
movie. This is a really good movie.
Yeah, that's what I just want to jump in and say right off the back. The Tender Bar. The Tender Bar was the name of that movie. Anyway, this is one of those movies I see getting found like not this year, but maybe in like 2 or 3 years when it's on streaming.
Because it's a Christmas movie, you know. Like
actually, it went on VOD as of yesterday.
Okay, so yeah, people need to watch. Great Christmas time to watch. Watch this. Good time to watch this.
I wanted to see this because there's Paul Giamatti, and there's not a time I've ever watched a Paul Giamatti movie where I was like, man, that sucked that I saw that Paul Giamatti movie.
So,
know?
The acting in this is fantastic. Paul Giamatti plays Cranky so good. But he always plays Cranky really good. I mean, think about him in Pig Vomit, you know. And I like Dominic Sessa. Very good. This movie had a lot of heart.
Yeah, the three main characters played off of each other so well, and they bounced back and forth constantly that it was just really good. Divine Joy, oh my gosh, knocked it out of the fucking park as well.
Good.
And
so good.
So each one of them played their part so well that it made the movie feel more and more of a part, and each one of them was teaching each other a lesson, and not just not humanity, but humility, and like teaching themselves how to accept what bullshit they had to go through to be where they are at that point in their life.
Yeah, all these characters feel very lived in. They felt authentic, and and the Alexander Payne has this thing where he gets to your heart, and this has a lot of heart, and I'm a sucker for that. So I really fucking enjoyed this movie. I cried twice, I think. And, I was, I went and saw this by myself. No one saw it with me. I had a day off, and I was like, I'm going to see this movie because I wanted to. And I'm glad you said we had to, because I was all about seeing it.
Yeah, it's because it's not just a dramedy, guys. This is not just a drama.
Yeah.
This is a comedy as well. It literally has some really, really funny parts where you're like laughing out loud, just laughing at what's going on. And the build-up for each character's arch, each character's story, that their character arch, was amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I absolutely love the story arches for each one of these characters. It got to the point where you're rooting for the asshole at some point. And then you're like, then when the asshole gets let down, you're like, oh, well, yeah, duh, because that person's an asshole. That makes sense why that would happen.
Yeah.
So, that is the best way for me to kind of describe it.
Yeah. It's something that I feel like, I feel like maybe you connected to that character a bit more, because you always seem to connect to the wounded kid character a bit.
Who, me?
Yeah. Like, for example,
you think I connect to wounded characters more than anybody? Is that what you just said?
Well, I'm thinking about like wounded child, like kids. Like, for example, you need Staten Island. You connected with that Pete Davidson character. I think you connected with Dominic a little bit too. You know.
But anyway, we're not going to talk about how challenging my life is.
Okay.
You bastards. That's okay. I didn't want to drink it all tonight, Chris. That's great.
Well, this movie, The Holdovers, it's up there in one of Alexander Payne's most understated, but I think a movie that is going to gain an audience over time. I think you're right. I think that it needs to get the audience. It's a holiday film. You guys fucking watch it on VOD.
It really is very much a holiday film.
Watch this, catch this on VOD because you'll be glad that you did. I really, really, really enjoyed this movie, and I hope everyone listens to us and goes sees The Holdovers because it's fantastic.
I mean, by any means, this is the reason I chose it is because when I saw the trailer,
mm-hmm.
it reminded me of the feeling of like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know, or Dutch. Remember Dutch with Ed O'Neill?
Yeah.
You know, who played Al Bundy, where he goes and gets a kid and has to bring him back and stuff like that. It gave me that kind of feeling. It gave me that old Christmas feeling, like one of those movies. And I think that's why I was really good. I really this whole time, Chris. I did it again. I'm not paying attention to myself. We haven't done this in a while.
You know the background. Sorry, pal.
Not just the background. It's not like I work on this for hours, Chris.
You found that perfect house that was in there. All right, man.
Yeah, not just that, Chris. But what else do I always do?
I don't know what else do you always do.
Oh my God! Why is this working?
Are you trying to change your icon?
No.
Boom.
No.
Okay. Yeah, Neil always puts
the entire movie. Okay, so let's go to the facts real quick before you tell me to go read that stuff. The entire film was shot in real practical locations. No sets or sound stages were used in this whole entire movie. All right. Even though the movie features a heavy film-looking renaissance of the 1970s, the film was entirely shot digitally on ARRI LX Mini. All the hallmarks of celluloid film, like the film grain, halitish, dirt, and gate wave, were added to the post-production.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah, cool.
This movie was only bought for $30 million after screening for buyers at at the Toronto International Film Festival in 2020. It's the biggest sale to ever happen at that festival.
Okay, cool.
And it wasn't even on the roster. As Dominic said, that the hardest scene for him to shoot was the ice skating scene, since he found it difficult to fall on command since he had formerly been a hockey player.
When's the last time you do ice skating? It's been fucking years for me. I'm sure I'd kill myself. You know,
I can't remember the last time I did ice hockey or on ice skates. It has to be 2026.
So that was 2 years from now. Yeah. Okay.
2020.
Okay.
Yeah, 2020. Oh no, I'm sorry. 2006. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said 2026.
I'm like, okay.
2006. So it was 2006. So like in 3 years, it'll be like literally 20 years.
Yeah.
Again, this is Alex Payne and Paul Giamatti's first film together after Sideways from 2004. Paul Giamatti and Divine Joy Randolph are graduates of the prestigious Yale School of Drama. Giamatti received his MFA there in 94, Randolph in 2011. And that's it, man. That's the facts of them.
Yeah.
But, man, I'm sorry. I really wanted to have those in there because those are good facts and they would have got us talking more.
Yeah, Neil, you sort of used them in to but yeah. Holdovers.
It's all Chris's fault.
Yeah, that's right. It's on VOD. If you guys want a good Christmas movie to watch, this is one of them. It doesn't have Santa in it, but it has Heart, and I'm a big fan of Heart and Alexander Payne. The way he weaves in.
Dude, Chris loves Heart so much that he gets so much hard-ons. It's awesome.
Yeah, hard-ons. I do. Hard-ons for people. Do you have quotes for this, Neil?
Of course I got quotes for this, Chris. It's what I do.
Okay.
Now, if I can read them...
That's a different story. Yeah, different story.
Yeah. Oh, I don't indulge in porn, especially since I get the real thing from Randall's mother.
Damn. Woo.
Damn. Are we allowed to let the boy skate? Yeah, but if daddy buys... Yeah, especially since if daddy buys a new gymnasium. Pretend to be a human being. It's Christmas. I better not catch you alone or I will full on nut punch you. Yeah. We are already holding over and now I'm being punished for it? That's why nobody likes you, because you're an insecure asshole. I thought all the Nazis were hiding in Argentina. Most people's lives are like a hen house ladder. Small, shitty and short. Yeah, shitty. You should know. You got a hen house ladder. How many times you got to clean the shit off that?
Oh, it's Sylvia's job. So
you can't even dream a whole dream with you in it, can you? Being here with you is already one big fucking detention. Hey, I heard they got Miller Lite here. It's the champagne of beers. Yeah. I walked into the gym and someone vomited in there. Every child is an artist. The problem is remaining an artist when you grow up. Are you trying to look down my shirt? Are you trying to look down my shirt? Yeah. Okay. It doesn't matter if daddy gets a little hand tied. No one is their father. You need to learn this. I feel the world a bitter and incompetent place, and I feel like it feels the same about me. And stand up for the lady, you bore.
All right.
You have always been penis cancer in human form.
All right, so my score in this is a 4.3. I really enjoyed this.
I'm right there with you, bro. Because you know what I vote on. I always vote on rewatchability. Mm-hmm. And to be honest, I could probably watch this movie like 10 times. This is like one of those movies when you're done opening the gifts and you just want to chill, drinking a drink, smoking a smoke, and you just want to sit there and be like, hey, what should we watch for Christmas? And you're like, I heard of this movie called Holdovers. We should watch that.
All right.
Yeah.
Neil's stuck on a vape while doing this. So, Neil, I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What is the audience score for the Holdovers?
83.
90%. There's audience.
Damn,
there's audience
off by 7.
Audience says, cute and touching, if not laugh out loud, hilarious. Holdovers is a thought-provoking dramedy for viewers seeking a dialogue-driven movie with a throwback feel. All right, Neil, what is the critic score for the Holdovers?
93.
96%. You're really close.
Damn it!
Certified fresh.
I should have just hit one. How many weeks has it been since I hit one on the target?
It's been
oh my gosh. I'm on a cold run right now, bro.
Certified fresh 96%. The critic consensus is beautifully bittersweet. The Holdovers marks a satisfying return to form for director Alexander Payne. I'm going to do a bad review and a good review. It's been a while.
You're a good review and a bad review.
So this is from Eleanor Ringo Cardicator of the Supporter Report in Atlanta. It goes, if only Holdovers had some actors bona fides, but overall it feels painfully phony. Fuck you. And this is from Max Weiss of the Baltimore Magazine. She says, wry funny with some zingers that will stay with you long after the film is over. And closely observed, Holdovers is my kind of Christmas film. And yes, it's my kind of Christmas film too. Paul Giamatti's in this, so automatically I'm be kind of for it. So yeah, guys, if you guys want to watch a Christmas movie, Holdovers should be in your rotation if you're tired of the Santa Chronicles or whatever. Like
if you don't want to see Santa Claus beating someone up, I mean, there's so many different Santa Claus ones coming out. We're gonna. I don't even know how we're gonna do any of them.
How many Silent Night? Are we gonna do Silent Night? That John Woo film?
We gotta try to throw it in there somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Like, dude, there's so many good movies coming out this month though because of the strike, the writer strike, the actor strike. Like what we got Napoleon that came out.
Yeah.
We have what's the other one? Hunger Games just came out.
Yeah.
We have the Iron Claw, which is obviously going to be the best movie in the entire fucking year.
Dream Scenario, fucking Godzilla -1. We got all kinds of movies we gotta see.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to see any Christmas movies this year.
Usually around this time we do Christmas movies, but there's so much shit coming out that we want to see that's not necessarily Christmas themed. So
And it's like, I love Christmas too. You know me, I'm a big Christmas fan. I don't, whatever you believe in, whatever your religion is, hey, I bless you on that.
Yeah.
But that's not my thing about Christmas. Christmas is about being with your friends, your family, and just having a good time with the people that you love. And that's what Christmas is to me. So it's, man, I don't even know. At this point, I just know this, Chris. We better start news or we're never going to get done. This is The Movies Don't Suck and Some of Them News. I'm going to read Chris a bunch of stuff, and if he doesn't like it, too bad. He just gets to sit there and take it anyway. It's in my contract.
I'll take it. Let's do this. Let's do news.
That's what you said last night. What is going on? This program is not wanting to do... Okay, there we go. Now all wants to sudden do everything. All right. Robert Eager's Nosferatu gets a release date. Now that's what Lily Rose Depp is in it, and who else is in it as well? Playing Nosferatu is Bill Skarsgård.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it is a reboot of the 1922 Nosferatu. It will be released on Christmas Day, 2024.
I have to wait a year for that, man. All right. That's fair.
And the other thing is, dude, come on. Why wouldn't that be released on Halloween? I feel like it's a Halloween movie.
They're probably hoping to get some sort of like Oscar bona fides for 2024.
Robert Eagers, who we all know, great director. What has he all directed? I can't list them all.
The Witch, The Lighthouse, Northman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's great.
One of my
Nicholas Hoult
favorites.
is in it.
One of my
Bill
favorites.
Skarsgård is in it, and Lily Rose Depp. Of course, we see it. Of course, it's coming out. So, Charlie Day to star in dark comedy "Kill Me" for XYZ Films, Dark Horse Entertainment, and director Peter Warren will be part of the thing. So basically, it's from Super Mario Brothers to "Kill Me," which is a movie which is aiming to shoot next spring. We'll see Jimmy, played by Day, wake up in a bathtub after having tried to kill himself, or at least that's what it looks like to his friends and family. Jimmy is pretty sure he didn't do it. Maybe together that Margaret, the 911 operator who took his call, he sets out on a mission to solve who done it. I like that.
Yeah.
I like Charlie Day. I just don't like Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, you don't like the show itself, really? Okay. I like the It's Always Sunny.
I don't know. I mean, there's like an episode or two I like, but for sometimes, like when I try to watch it, and I've tried to watch it, like literally, I am not a good friend of the move. What I don't know. Oh, do you need help opening that? Is that what you're saying? All right. So everybody, my wife has now just told me that she needs help opening a bottle of sauce. So give me a second.
Oh, yeah.
There you go, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's my dog right there.
Hi,
You
Alistair.
see my dog.
Hi, Alistair.
All right. You got. Oh, wait 1 second. This will help him get up. There we go. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So, Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Like some episodes I like and stuff like that, but like sometimes I can't watch it constantly in order.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Are you a big fan of it?
I'm a big fan, but I do watch it. It's on when I'm at a loss to what to watch. I'll put on a few episodes and fuck around like on my Switch, or I'll read because I'm a reader and I'm reading again. And it's good background, but it's not something I watch religiously. You know?
Yeah. Also, making an announcement, Black Phone 2 will now be coming out on June 27th, 2025. Is now the announced date.
That's like 2 years from now.
Huh?
It's like a year and a half from now.
I mean, they just got it together. They just got it together. What do you want, bro?
But June
I mean, how long does
like,
it take to make?
It's 2 years from. It's like 2.5 years from now. But I guess you're right.
Yeah, people have other things to film, bro.
Fine.
People are famous. But most of the cast is coming back. It's going to be joined by several of his co-stars, include Ethan Hawke is going to be joined by most of his co-stars, including Mason Tynes, How to Train Your Dragon, as Finney Shaw, Madalena McGraw as Finney's sister Gwen, Jeremy Davies from Justify as their dad Terrence, and Miguel Morale, who only previous credit is Black Phone. All of them will be returning to the next.
I hope we get that guy that did the that had the conspiracy, that board with all the lines in it. Oh, we get that guy again. The guy who was trying to figure out the sleuth, the cops, and like, you need to check out these houses, you know. Yeah, I hope that guy's back. But
all right, Jeremy Strong, Maria Pakalova, as you know from Borat 2 as the daughter. All right.
Baklava, yeah. Maria Baklava.
Sebastian Stan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Sebastian Stan. You're in for this movie, right?
Yeah. It sounds good, yeah.
Whatever I say, what the next words are, no matter what it is, you're down for this movie, right?
Are you saying that Larry the Kid when I directed this next movie? Who's in it?
Those three actors are going to be playing in the movie called The Apprentice. Sebastian Stan will be starring as Donald Trump in a movie based on Donald Trump's lives in the 70s and 80s.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, I'll be seeing this movie.
Maria will be playing Ivana Trump. Jeremy Strong is on board alongside Stan as Roy Cohen.
Okay. Who else is who's the director?
That's it. That's all I got.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah, I don't care anymore about that. I don't want to talk more about that until I see something.
Yeah.
I'm just like, they make fun of him to show him how much of an abusive, racist piece of shit he is. Then I'm all about it. All right. A Cowboy Christmas romance at Lifetime Film will be the first Lifetime movie to ever have a sex scene in it.
What?
Lifetime is spicing up its Christmas movies by including a risque sex scene in a cowboy Christmas romance, a departure from their family-friendly films. The network believes that there is an audience hungry for grown-up romance and is excited to add some smoldering to their unusual holiday content.
A bunch of 45 women just masturbating to like movie network.
Cowboy romance. Netflix has ordered a new season of one of its, if not greatest shows of all time. Netflix originals. This is probably, I think, in their top 3 best shows that Netflix has ever had on the fucking platform.
What is it?
Black Mirror season 7 has been ordered from Netflix.
Just keep on making them, dude. Just keep on making the Black Mirrors because they're all so good. Like
I love things like Twilight Zone, Creep Show, Outer Limits. Room 104. Do you remember? Or did you ever watch Room 104?
No, but I want to say something about the Black Mirror episodes. They are like movies. They're the cinematic in the aspect that they are. So I love Black Mirror. They've had some of the best episodes that are better than the movies I've seen this year. So yes, bring it on. I will watch myself in Black Mirror. I'll hurt people.
I want your face in Black Mirror.
Yeah. All right.
Remember that time that you loved me?
Dude, that was a constant love for you, pal. Don't worry.
That's not what you said last night. Disney fails to crack $1 billion for the first time in a year since 2014.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, they let it go on some things, bro. I mean, let's be honest. How many things did they let go this year?
Well, I mean, you think about Wish. No one went and saw Wish because no one gave a fuck about Wish.
They don't. Okay, this is what the problem with Disney is putting their namesake on everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars, Marvel, what the fuck ever they're doing, right? But they're pushing so much shit out there because they want money, but nothing feels important anymore.
No, it's all these like
Star Wars characters don't feel important anymore. Star Wars characters don't feel important. You know why? Because if I don't like it, fuck it. Give me 3 weeks and I'll get another one.
Yeah, it's
Marvel. Nothing matters because fuck it. 3 weeks later, I'm getting another one.
It's oversaturation for sure. Nothing feels like an event.
Yeah,
because something will be coming out a few months from then. So like, I don't know, man. Like,
and this is me. I am a huge nerd, guys. I love this stuff.
Yeah.
I can watch this stuff for years and be okay. But like right now, I'm rewatching the X-Men '94 cartoon series.
We already went through that. Sure, we went through that. We did. So, yeah, Neil's right.
How fucked up is that cartoon series, dude?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Crazy.
How do they allow us as kids to watch that?
I know,
shit?
and even the sort of racial messages, sort of like mutants against people, that sort of thing. That's plays a big part in those 94,
right?
From 94, yeah. But yeah, it's when it comes to like oversaturation, Disney's very, very, very bad at that. Though, like we feel like we missed this one because it'll be something out next week. So maybe they need to focus more on making a Star Wars movie an event or a Marvel movie an event, as opposed to just saying, well, don't worry about it. We're just gonna keep you more and more. Because believe it or not, guys, there's a thing called fatigue, and when you get so many things that are fatigued out, you don't want to. You're not gonna keep coming back. But I mean, to me, this year it's the year of Barbie and Oppenheimer, right? Like, I those are still movies that people are gonna talk about forever. So.
All right, Alien Romulus is between Alien and Aliens. Is what star Callie Spani has just said to everybody. Alien Romulus will be set between the first two Alien movies. The same people who built those xenomorphs actually came on and built the ones they have on their movie as well. Okay. So the same special effects people that did Alien and Aliens came back for this movie. I can't wait now. Director Fede Alvarez received high praise from Ridley Scott, who said the film is fucking great.
Really,
and he admired the dialogue. So Ridley Scott gives the okay. I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
Inside Out 2 director confirms Pixar's sequel will be about puberty and anxiety.
Cool.
Focusing on Riley's transition, the main character Riley from the transition from childhood to being a teenager. Great. Kids need that today.
Yep.
Cobra Kai creators are involved in a new Karate Kid movie starring Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan.
Okay, so Jackie Chan's gonna be sort of a Miyagi character, I'm guessing.
Yeah, Jackie Chan was the Miyagi character in the next Karate Kid reboot with Jada Smith. Jada Pinkett Smith, whatever. But creators John Hart and Josh Held and Hayden Sauce have been contributing to the movie as well. The upcoming Karate Kid movie will feature both Ralph Macchio and Jackie Chan bringing together the original franchise and its remake. The creators of Cobra Kai, the hit Netflix series, has been consulted through the creative process of the new movie. The casting call for this movie has received over 10,000 applicants within a day.
How the fuck do you watch all that?
Within a, what?
How do you get people to come to like you have a role and they have all these people? How do you select out of 10,000 applicants?
I have no idea, man, and it's gonna be nuts.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Driver is in talks to take over from Robert De Niro's part as Neil McCauley in Heat 2. So he will be the young version of Robert De Niro.
He looks nothing
in
like
Heat 2.
He looks nothing like Robert De Niro. Adam Driver's own sort of species.
Oh, the nose works pretty good. I got a side by side picture right now in front of me.
Okay, so
the nose kind of works. And to be honest, if you get the acting and the makeup down, man, you can do it.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of things.
But we all know it should be Bill Hader, right?
What's that?
Oh, Bill Hader's Al Pacino.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Hader should be Al Pacino.
Dude, I listened to that like just yesterday. Al Pacino's Bill Hader. I'm like, Bill Hader's Al Pacino's so fucking funny.
Bradley Cooper, in an interview recently, has made it very clear that he would do a Hangover 4 right now, this second. He said, and states, Bradley Cooper said, I would probably do a Hangover in an instant, just because I love Todd Phillips, I love Zach Galifianakis, I love Ed Helms so much. I would do it, but not just to do it. I just want to do it so I can all hang out and just have a good time doing something.
Yeah, hanging out with his buddies, man. Yeah, I get it. That's nice to hear when people like each other.
Netflix is getting sued by the Squid Game The Challenge contestants who are been threatened and injured over it. If you don't know, there's a reality show called Squid Game The Challenge where contestants are doing the Squid Game challenges from the show that was famous 2 years ago now? Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So now contestants are suing because they got injured for alleged injuries sustained during filming, expresses disappointment, alleged neglect on the contestants' well-being. Netflix and co-producer Studio Lambert deny lawsuit and priorities of safety.
I can tell you, it sounded like a bad idea when I saw it. I was like, really? These people are make them do Squid Game shit? Like, how dangerous can it be? You know what I mean? So.
All right, I'm cutting some of these out so we can finish this up. I'm going to cut some of these out. This one's just awesome. Tom Hardy says that celebrated by posting a picture out there that they're back filming and finishing up his last ride, as he says, as Venom with Venom 3. They're filming that now. Naruto, which is one of people's most favorite Japanese anime
Naruto?
Cartoons.
Yeah.
Huh?
Naruto?
Yes. It is coming to be a live action film, finally, after 10 years of them owning the rights.
Crazy. I thought it happened sooner, honestly. But, whatever.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser's next movie with Searchlight would be Rental Family. Brendan Fraser, known as his roles in popular films like George of the Jungle, the Mummy franchise, and experienced a resurgence in his career after winning an Academy Award for The Yale. Fraser faced personal struggles despite the loss of his mother and such like that. Despite his recent success, Fraser is carefully selecting the next roles, and he has landed on Searchlight's Rental Family, directed by Akira. So it doesn't say exactly what it's about, and no details are going to be let out.
Brendan Fraser.
All right, Brendan Fraser's doing another movie.
Yeah.
Tim Allen and Tom Hanks has officially been asked to return as Woody and Buzz in Toy Story 5.
You don't need one. We didn't need 4. But I thought 3 was the perfect end to this movie.
All
right.
Fine. And then 4 came along, and 4 was good too, and whatever.
What the fuck?
Hey man, the past 2 weeks has been really good for Cale Mitchell and Kenan Thompson, because Good Burger 2 was released out on Paramount.
Are we gonna watch that?
I mean, if we have time.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
I mean, right?
Yeah.
But it was so good. Guess what we're getting?
What's that?
Good Burger 3 is now in planned.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. I mean, I saw them on the Macy's Day Parade, though. The Good Burger. So Kenan Kel in there. So, I mean, sure. Yeah.
All right. So now, here's the biggest drama in Hollywood right now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Jenna Ortega is not returning for Scream 7.
What? Really?
Her Wednesday, her season 2 Wednesday filming will be taking place the same time that Scream 7 is scheduled for.
So, Neil, that asks the question for me. What do you wish? Do you wish she was doing both, or if you had to pick one, the Scream series or the Wednesday Addams series?
No, Wednesday Addams by far.
Okay.
Let's just be honest.
Okay.
All right. Now we're not done, Chris.
Okay.
This is, like I said, this is drama.
Okay.
This is not even the first step yet.
Okay.
So then, since she's not returning, the theaters, the company's like, oh, Well, that means we can't go with those characters.
Mm-hmm.
So Melissa Barria has been fired from Scream 7.
They're just doing new characters altogether.
They're firing her because Jenna Ortega won't return. So now the studio is reworking it to bring back Neve Campbell and Patrick Dempsey to return to the Scream series.
Okay. I mean, fine. I mean, we saw them at the, like, they're gonna do a meta thing again, I guess, man. What I mean, I liked the most recent Scream. I thought it was fun. But yeah, okay. Whatever. Bring it back, I guess.
Yeah. So now we're getting a completely different kind of story. And last but not least, I'm going to leave it with this one because I feel like the Cape Fear series with Martin Scorsese and Steven Spielberg, that sounds good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Transformers. Peter Cullen, who's done Optimus Prime, is getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yeah.
I think that's great.
Mm-hmm.
We got a bunch of new people who's going to be playing in Superman Legacy. We'll talk about that next week. The Saints getting a reboot, the movie with, Val Kilmer from the back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Nicholas Hoult is now playing the #1 villain of all time, Lex Luthor.
Oh yeah, okay, gotcha. Yeah, sorry, I keep forgetting. I'm like, is he gonna tell me? You're like, yeah, I guess so.
Beetlejuice 2 has wrapped filming.
Can't wait. I know they done that.
Creed 4 is in the works.
Huh. Okay.
Let's see what else we got. Where is it at? Timothy, the guy who played
Chalamet.
No, Timothy Olyphant.
Yeah,
Olyphant. He's now agreed to do an Alien TV series.
Okay. He's so attractive.
Where is it? Oh my God, I missed the dude that did Mandalorian. I can't remember his name. I can't
Pedro
find
Pascal?
it. No, not the actor. The writer director. The right. Oh yeah. Dave Filiana is now the new chief creative officer for Lucasfilms.
Okay.
Which means the guy who created Mandalorian is now in charge of the entire Star Wars.
Probably the best thing to come out of the new Star Wars is the Mandalorian, right?
Yeah, exactly. 100%. We saw Fallout images this week, which were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's has now grossed more than the entire franchise of games has ever accumulated.
Yeah.
There's a new Jason Bourne movie in development right now with Matt Damon. And all those are good. All those are good stories, man.
But
all those are good. I mean, and I like them. And they're all good. And they gave us good information. And I kind of went through them really fast. And I'm sorry about that to some people out there. But the thing is, there is only one story. There is one story, Chris. I read this story, right? Mm-hmm. And when I read this story, I said, shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
this is not happening. Yeah. I made it up. Someone made this up. I'm not seeing what I'm seeing. And they're like, no, you're seeing exactly what you think you're seeing. There is a sequel coming out to a movie that hasn't been out in what? I think it's 40 years.
Okay.
40 years, and we're getting a sequel to one of the greatest movies of all times. That's right, folks. They all signed on.
Oh,
this is Spinal Tap is getting a sequel.
Yeah.
Director Rob Reiner confirms long-awaited This Is Spinal Tap sequel with original cast returning to begin filming in February. Sequel will feature cameos from musician legends as Paul McCartney, Elton John, Garth Brooks, Ozzy Osbourne, along with other surprises. Plot reveals around the band being forced to play one final concert.
Just so you know, I had a dream that Ozzy Osbourne was a neighbor last night.
I mean, don't we all have dreams that Ozzy is our neighbor every night?
He was super needy. He was sick, and he always asked me to come over and like help him. I was like, "Fuck, I have to help Ozzy again." That was funny.
All right, Chris, that's the news. Let's get to this last movie, bro. That was the news. I read Chris a bunch of stuff. He was happy about it. And if he wasn't, who gives a damn, because it's in my contract.
All right, we're talking about Thanksgiving, directed by the amazing Eli Roth. He directed such things as Cabin Fever, Hostel. He did Hostel Part 2. He did the short for Thanksgiving. It was, I think it's the only Grindhouse film there's only one Grindhouse film that actually has been made. Now it's a rights, probably not coming. He also did The Green Inferno, Knock Knock, and now The House of the Clock and Laws, and now Thanksgiving. This stars Rick Hoffman. Oh, well, let's start here. This stars Patrick Dempsey as Sheriff Eric Newton.
That was a nice story.
Also, this stars Todd Olson as Mitch Collins, Gina Gershon as Amanda Collins.
Look, I know you have a way of doing things, but this is Westbrook.
Also, Gabriel Davenport plays Scuba. We got Karen Cliche as Kathleen and Nell Verlack as Jessica.
Look, I know you have a way of doing things.
Oh, sorry. That was
Look,
actually...
I know you have a way of doing things, but this is Westbrook.
And this is Gina Gershon.
It's been over 20 years.
Also, this also stars Rick Hoffman as Thomas White.
If it pleases the court, I would like to tell a story about a noble ship's captain.
Also, Derek McGrath as Mayor Canton, Catherine Trowell as Mayor Canton wife, and Jalen Thomas Brooks as Bobby. Neil, there's a storyline for this. It's very simple. Why don't you go through real quick?
The riots in the shopping mall on Black Friday, and in great tragedy a year later, in the same town of Plymouth, in Massachusetts, a mysterious killer goes on killing spree in the days leading up to the great and bloodthirsty final on Thanksgiving Day.
So this originally was a movie that was a interstitial between the Grindhouse movies back in, when was Grindhouse? Like 2007, right? 2000. Oh, you're gonna tell me? Okay.
What?
Yeah,
let me give you a fact, Chris.
Well, also, okay. All right, Neil.
Yes, this is based on the mock trailer from Grindhouse. Eli Roth directed the Thanksgiving movie. But Eli Roth has made it very clear that this is not from that. This is like if that movie, it was so bad that everybody destroyed every copy and every actor died that was in that movie. So all they have is kind of an idea of where to go. And this is the 2023 reboot of that movie.
And if you guys miss Eli Roth doing super gory, well, he's back. Because this movie's gory and funny as fuck. Right?
I laughed so hard. I swear. Okay. So I'm sitting in the back of the theater in a black hoodie and with the hood up because there's people all around me and I don't like that.
Yeah.
And especially when I'm at a horror movie. I thought it was going to be, since it's 11 a.m. on a fucking Tuesday.
Yeah.
Nobody was going to be there to see it with me.
But you're wrong.
Yeah, I was wrong. And so anyway, I was laughing my ass off. I had such a good time.
This is a fun movie. Like
this could easily be his Scream series right here.
You could do
it easily could be.
Yeah, another
because one, it was actually based off of here, 1 second. It was actually based off of a real life character. The real life character, Sean Carver, that the bad guy's mask is made off. Just like it's like V for Vendetta meets Scream meets I Know What You Did Last Summer is literally what this movie is.
Yeah, and as gory as you want it to be. Like I know people have been complaining that Eli Roth hasn't done that in a minute, but he's back, and it's so much fun to see this movie.
Oh, dude. There is one scene where a dude just got like straight up plastered with a pole through his head and the blood squirted out so hard that I laughed so hard. I literally had my elbow, my face, and like Chris, it was like this. I had my face and my elbow. One first going like I was trying not to disturb everybody in the theater, which I'm sure that noise made them even more disturbed.
Yeah. So if you're going this meaning to be scared, there will be a whole lot of that. But if you're if you're a gore fan or if you're a Eli Roth fan, I think you'll find a lot to like about this because this is very fun. It's a fun movie, and that's why.
Yes, it is. This is like I don't even know how to even like. All right, so the John Carver character is very much like a ghost face character where you don't know who the fuck is doing it. And I even had a friend of mine, I've said his name on here before, so fuck it. Logan, who said, Logan? Dude, yeah, he goes, you will not know who the killer is. Now, I love him, and I love that he said that, and I love that because he didn't know who the killer was. He thought all of a sudden I wouldn't know who the killer was. That is not the truth. I by halfway through, I was like, that's the killer.
Okay.
I got it. But that's only because of foreshadowing and stuff. Little hints. But there's so many hints.
Right.
That it was ridiculous.
But no, this movie, I was surprised, but this movie itself, man, it's very fun. It's not for kids, obviously, unless your kids are fucked up. Because
unless your kids are fucking, unless you already fucked your kids up, guys, do not take your kids.
So, but do
this.
I do feel like did you really see it so close to Thanksgiving? I felt like it should have been before, but that's not slagging this movie. This movie's funny. It's a fun movie. I saw.
Yeah, it's funny. It's fun. This is one of those movies that just like, man, it just made me feel like it just, there's not many horror movies anymore horror movies, and I can't remember who said this recently. I don't know if it was John Carpenter or who it was that said this.
Was it Chris Owen?
No, it wasn't Chris Owen. But there's a famous director that recently said this recently, and I don't know if it was Eli Roth, Stephen King, I don't know who the hell it was, but it's like, if you're a horror movie and you take yourselves too seriously, then you miss the point.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a little bit silly.
And this is one of those movies that did not miss the point. I would watch this every Thanksgiving over any other Thanksgiving movie. Is there even a better Thanksgiving movie than this?
Planes, Trains, and
Spider-Man?
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Oh, Spider-Man too.
Okay,
well, Spider-Man's a Thanksgiving movie.
Okay, all right, the first one, right? So
yeah,
we'll just add this to the very slim Thanksgiving category movies and say this stands among them as very, very, very good. It's very funny.
And the first horror movie done by TriStar Pictures since Evil Dead 10 years ago.
Oh, you want the Evil Dead remake, which was pretty good, actually.
Yeah. The 2013 Evil Dead, not the Evil Dead Rises. TriStar hasn't even done a horror movie in 10 years, and this is what they throw at us. Fuck yeah! I don't know why this came about. Like I kind of know why, because Eli Roth has made it very clear that people have been hounding him about it forever. So he's like, all right, I'll make a Thanksgiving movie, and now. This, easily he could make a Thanksgiving 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This could be a Saw series, bro.
Yeah, it's very fun. It has very unique kills, which the first to kill in this movie, fantastic. I couldn't love it more. It reminds me of a movie that you'd see at Panic Fest, like an opening night.
Right.
Yeah. So it's fun, man. It's a fun movie, and I really hope to see more of this. And it's Eli Roth back to do the things that people love most about him, the fucked up gore, and we're here for that. So you got Thanksgiving. You guys want to see this in theaters? Don't let this one pass you by, even though it's not Thanksgiving anymore. I think you'll find a lot to like about this.
It's beautiful.
It's
beautiful. It's like one of my children.
You got quotes for this one?
Of course I have quotes. I'm reading them. Chill out.
All right, man.
Don't yell at me.
All right.
I'm going to stab you in the thigh and eat it.
Too late.
Sorry to bother you. Looking for a suspect, brown tan complexion, no head. Yeah. Let's face it. Black Friday starts on Thanksgiving now. It was Waffle House cringe. It was just that bad. Your entire fucking family should be in prison, not have another sale. John Carver was the first mayor of Plymouth. You know that's what our background is. That's Plymouth Rock.
Okay, cool.
That's what we're... Okay. Only you would say... Only you would sell guns out of school. Well, yeah, Mark Cuban would think I'm a genius. If we let the cops handle it, we will all be 50% off. Ladies and gentlemen, another satisfied customer. Someone get him a t-shirt. Oh, 44 mag strain right there. Plus, you get bonus points if you make a Dirty Harry reference. Let's get some cheer from our cheerleader. To go viral, you really need to hit people over the head, they say. It's like falling on the 1 yard line, man. What are you thankful for this year? The service in here. This year, there will be no leftovers.
All right, Neil, what's your score for Thanksgiving? First time listeners, we score through 0 through 5. So just so you know.
I don't know, man. I don't know, because the problem is, I like the Holdovers, and we gave it a 4.3.
Yeah.
But
this fills a place in the year that's not normally filled with a movie, you know what I mean?
Yes, I'm going to give it a 4.5. I have to. I love this movie. I was laughing so hard. The gore was so awesome. And I really think the way they left it, this movie can easily be the next Scream, the next Saw, you know, and it's based on a holiday that doesn't have any holiday movies. So fuck yeah, let's put it out there.
I'm actually going to give the same score I gave the Holdovers, 4.3. So I think
I can understand that. You just want to get in there and squeeze in there and touch it a little.
Yeah.
You know,
they're both very good in very different ways. Thanksgiving's hilarious. It's something I feel like we'll watch every Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Kind of like Violent Night. You know what I mean? Like it's like one of those movies you have to fit in. Because I gotta watch Violent Night for the years up. You know, I know you have to as well. So Thanksgiving, it fits a very welcome spot in the holiday season that we need to watch. So yeah, man. Both really good movies saw this week. I'm very excited. I was very excited to do this episode because they're both really good movies, and people should try to get out and see these before they're gone forever. I mean, they're going to be gone forever. Try get out and see these if you want to, watch it if you like movies. I'm on RottenTomatoes.com. What's the audience score for Thanksgiving?
The audience score?
Yeah.
92.
79%.
Oh, I hate every audience member ever.
Audience says, some entertaining kill scenes make Thanksgiving a lot of fun for horror fans, even if it isn't all that scary. All right, Neil, what's the critic score for Thanksgiving?
102.
83%.
Oh, why did you let me guess?
I don't
102?
know. Sorry.
There's no thing as 102. I would have gone a second time.
Certified Fresh 83% critics consensus is combining belly busting humor with delightfully over the top gore. Thanksgiving is a feast for Grindhouse fans. I'll read a bad review and a good review. From Edward Porter at the Times UK, he says, the opening vision of retail hell proves to be the best horror sequence. The latest murders are just basic ghoulish fun and really have that Thanksgiving thing. Whatever. And this is from, let's do Randy Myers from San Jose Mercury News says, he's easily one of Roth's best horror banquets, gory, ridiculous, and over the top. So, I like Eli Roth. If you like Eli Roth, this is a thing that you'll like. If you like his early films, because yeah, it's gory, it's fun, and it fills a holiday genre that you don't normally see. So it works out. I was really happy to see things.
Does it?
Yeah. All right, Neil. Next week, what are we doing? What are we talking about? What do people want to?
2 more movies.
Yeah. Which movies?
Next week, we're going to be talking about the shortest man in the world and the biggest asshole actor to play him. We're going to be talking about Napoleon.
I didn't know you didn't like Joaquin Phoenix.
Oh no, he's good. He you know, as long as he's not abusing people.
Oh. Okay. And who else?
I'm just kidding. We're talking Napoleon, and then we're going to be talking, of course, everybody's favorite movie this season and probably of the year, Hunger Games, song of ballad of wizards, snakes, and I don't know what the name of it is. I don't know.
Hunger Games, ballad, songbirds, and snakes, or snakes and songbirds.
Songbirds. I feel like I was really close without looking it up.
I saw it last night, and I don't know where it goes in, but it's new Hunger Games movie. It's a prequel, and it's everywhere you find movies. But with some of those two, because they're giant at the box office, I think this week is gonna be the Beyonce movie is being released, and that will be the one that we probably won't see.
The who? Who's Beyonce?
Yeah, Beyonce is a pop artist. She does music.
Oh, Jay-Z's wife?
Yeah, Jay-Z's wife. Good job.
Does she make music?
Yeah, she makes music, and they're doing a concert film for.
The last time I heard she made music was after she didn't she have those people killed that were in the group with her, Destiny's Child or something? And then she made like an album right after that, like Single Ladies.
I don't remember her killing anyone, but yeah, she might as well have. That's what we're seeing next week. You can find us on movies.net. We're at w2mnet.com. That's W2M as in movies net, and find us there along with a bunch of other really cool podcasts. We're also on X at MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/movies.suck. If you guys like us, go ahead and throw us a few shekels. And if you're lucky, you'll see us throw a bonus episode in there. If we get enough followers, we'll do that. Also, right now, we'll do extra bonus content for people.
We'll try to do as much as possible we can for all of you every time, all the time.
Go to bonfire.com/movies.sucks and something you'll find some merch like our faces or our logo or stuff Neil is just thrown on there because he's at a well here up his ass. We're also a review find podcast. Review find podcasts. Find movies that don't suck and some that do. Neil, what do we do for small businesses?
If you got a small business, let us know, and we will be more than happy to advertise you right here. Our movies don't suck, and something to do to our thousands of listeners, our millions of followers, and let you know how much we love you and your products.
Are you good? You ready to get out of here?
I'm always good, brah. That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, no matter how hard you try in life, don't be just a holdover. Go out there and try to stuff the whole bird. Have a good day.